riding. The gold on there you see is a 2008 Harley Electra Glide. Most of you probably know that. The white decals you see are 2012s. So I don't know why the boss gets the older bike, but that's just the way it worked out. Let me introduce you to Craig Campbell. He is also a 23-year veteran of the force. He came on, actually was in Sioux City as a police officer, Maplewood, Minnesota, and then he and I came on the academy together in 2001. Craig is one of the instructors. He began he went to Alexandria Technical College. Craig's been in the gang unit, the K-9 unit. He's been a school resource officer, and now he's in 09, he went to Toledo, Ohio, and became one of the instructors with our motor unit. He enjoys spending time with his family. He's a heck of a hockey coach, and that's Craig for you. Chad Slater, my partner. He's my Ponch and I'm his John. He's been on 13 years. Started up in Lakes PD, right around this area. Came on to St. Paul a few years ago, and he's been on motors since 2013, and he's obviously glad to be here. Not sure what's happening. Tim Biermeyer. He's the baby. He's the baby. Tim's been a cop for like 7 minutes, I think, right? 8 minutes. He's been on for 4 years. He actually joined the motor unit last spring. He's a little rusty. He might show us how to pick up a bike today. He came on last year. Unfortunately, he spiral fractured his tib and fib last year on a training day. Don't put your foot down, right, Timmy? Don't put your foot down. Write it down. It's classic. All right, guys, we got Sid Real. Let me tell you something about this guy. Not that it's old, but we don't see a lot of 53-year-old guys coming through our 2-week motor school, all right? I'll tell you what, 53 years old, he's got some weird robotic brace on his knee. This guy dumped his bike 1,000 times in 2 weeks. He did a hell of a job for us. Sid Real, also very proud to be a father of a U.S. Marine Corps EOD Semper Hi! I guarantee he shows us how to pick up a bike today. Did you bring your leave?
Matt Arnson here. He's our head instructor. Matt has trained everybody here besides Sergeant Byrne. He's responsible for all of our safety out here from day one. He's been an instructor for almost 10 years. Like Matt said, him and I came on together in the academy back in 2001 in St. Paul. Matt was also an Oakdale officer for 8 years. He's a North St. Paul graduate, great hockey player back then, and now he's going to show off to his side saddling stuff that he does all the time across the country when we go to rodeos and seminars. So, it's actually amazing what he's doing right here. I can't do that. Matt's got 2 kids, a wife, and a brand new dog.
Exercises we do here. Some of you may have seen this, some of you not. We call it the intersection or the Iron Cross. We're going to start out with Sid here is going to show us the proper way we do it, I hope. when these guys do to the 2-week school, it's an 80-hour school, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And at the end of the school, these guys all get different. We get tested out. You have to test, and you have to pass the test to be a motor officer. This is a nationwide requirement. Once these guys pass the test, you are considered a professional rider. And you're in the top 5% of the riders in the nation, apparently, is what they tell us. Obviously, it's a perishable skill, as all you riders know. So we train every third Thursday of the month, 2 days in the spring, every third Thursday. And we also do a track, a speed day, and a high-speed curb negotiation type of training, things like that. But it's a gradual progression through the 2 weeks. So we start out with, like this is showing you 90-degree turns into a 180 turn, and the 90s into the 180s, and then we kind of baby step from there. We get into 360s and some other things. We're going to try a couple guys in there. So on our training days, we have a pretty good time, but you guys got to understand that we push these things to the limits, okay? We consider these motorcycles just another tool on our belt, all right? It's just another tool that we use to do our jobs, get around, do what we need to do. But it is fun. We do get paid to ride every day, which isn't bad. But to push these beyond the limits, we gotta act like little kids sometimes and do stupid stuff. And once in a while, when you do stupid stuff, it turns out pretty cool. So these guys are gonna try to go 4 deep in here. We'll see what happens. This is either gonna be super awesome or it's gonna be a complete yard sale. All right? So either way, let's check it out. Let's do it. Time? One thing you guys know is these boxes here that they're going around are about 18 feet wide. The manual in our police bikes tell us that they can make about a 16.5-foot turn at the tightest. So these are 18 feet, and we're trying to send 2 guys through. We're gonna have some fun here. We just don't want anybody to get hurt. Good? You ready, boys? 1, 2, 3. Let's give him a hand. So this is one of the things on the test is the Iron Cross. Make sure you guys stick around for a few minutes because this is going to be awesome. We're going to do a little last man standing contest. We're going to knock people over and stuff. It's going to be awesome. This is another one of our tested exercises here. It's called the keyhole. I'm going to hand it over to Sergeant Byrne. He's going to talk about it a little bit. This is something we do every day. This is an 18-foot circle. We're going to go in and out. We also call this the ankle breaker. You don't want to put your foot down here either.
Hi folks. The keyhole is one of the exercises that is one of our last exercises in our training, our 2-week training. That's what we build up to do. We train these guys to look where you want to go, head and eyes in the horizon. If any of you watched us while we were practicing, it should look like their head is on a swivel. We're not looking at the cones, because you look at the cone, you hit a cone. So we build up to these exercises, and the guys get a little more used to leaning sharper, getting their head and eyes where they need to be, and eventually they can do this keyhole or 360. It's usually done with one bike. Looks like these guys are feeling good. We're gonna do it with 3. Nice, nice. If you'll notice too, these guys, when they're getting into an exercise, they're not just sitting back on the bike. They're scooting way up on that tank. Notice how much seat is behind them. It helps with their center of gravity. If their head and eyes are where they need to be, they should be good. Same thing goes in traffic. When we're working traffic, these guys write tickets all day. And they're in inner city St. Paul traffic all day. So busting U-turns in the middle of the street with traffic, going up sidewalks, doing whatever, that's why they need to turn like that. They don't have 4 lanes to make a U-turn. All right, Matt, show us another one. If he was really good, he'd stand that phone back up while he was going. Matt is one of our better riders. Oh, nice try, nice try. I'm surprised he even tried it. But we get told, we have trained, St. Paul Police Department has trained, I don't know how many agencies in the metro area, numerous. We put on a spring motor school for outside agencies. They come to us, we train them. Some of these guys have bachelor degrees, 4-year degrees, master's degrees, and after they get this certificate of completion, that sucker's framed and on their wall above their desk. It's the proudest thing they've ever done. Thank you all for coming out here. We've got 2 more things. Hand it over to Matt.
We wanted you guys to take something away from this today. So what we're going to do here is these guys are going to break this up, and we just want to give you a little braking demo. It's the most important, this here in this lane. It's the most important part of riding, as most of you know, the braking portion. That's what's going to save your life. If you're going to hit something, you want to hit it as slow as possible, right? And the myth is more rear brake, right? Right? More cowbell. More rear brake? No. We teach these guys 90% front brake. 90% front brake, 10% rear. Once you depress that brake and the weight transfers to that front tire, your front tire patch is going to get a little bit wider, which gives you more ability to get on that front brake. As your front tire gets fatter, there's more stopping power, more surface. So what we're going to do is Tim's going to come down next to me. He's going to combo brake. He's going to do front and rear, 90% front, 10% rear. All we do, we teach our guys, just set your foot on that rear brake, and the natural progression of the braking is going to help with that rear brake. I'm going to come down and do rear brake only, and you guys be the judge of which one you should and shouldn't use.